Hello YouTubers, this is Road Trek Ralph. I want to thank you for watching my videos. Today I'm working on my El Camino, my 72 El Camino, my father and son project. My son Nehemiah is helping me with this. I call it my Pikes Peak project. I'm going to build this car up to drive up to Colorado. I want to drive it up to Pikes Peak, not the Pikes Peak race, but just to drive it up there. Anyway, today the video is on gear vendors, and I'm going to get straight into this gear vendors unit I just bought. So just like a lot of people out there, you understand these gear vendor units, they are very expensive. These things are shipped to your door from the factory, looking at a little over $3,000 with tax and shipping and straight to your door. That's a little pricey. If you go on Craigslist and eBay, you might find one. Like I found this one for a lot more than half off. A gentleman out in Corpus had it, and he was truthful with me. He didn't know much history on it. It was a customer's vehicle he was working on. The customer was, I don't know if he wanted it out or what, but it was removed from a 78 Corvette that had a TH350. My project El Camino has a TH350, so I'm going to go ahead and see if it works. So a couple things. One, again, he was truthful. He didn't know if it worked or not. Well, I can tell you right now, folks, it did not work. This thing did not work because these gear vendor units are designed to work, of course, in this case, with this speedometer sensor. This speedometer sensor was frozen. This is junk. This is just frozen to the point that it actually, this is the speedometer cable right here, and it was snapped and it broke right at the tip. So this is the part that goes on the other side of the gear vendor. So I know it didn't work. Now, is that good news or bad news? Well, in a way it's good news because it's a minor fix. Okay, that's a minor fix. And I'll get to that in a minute. What I'm gonna do, I made the decision, is I'm going to bypass all that. I'm going to bypass the speed sensor. I'm going to bypass the control box right there. I'm going to bypass that. I'm going to install this kit, and I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and get the drive shaft shortened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a positive and negative cable to this solenoid right here. This is a non-polarity solenoid. That means, the positive negative could be switched to either direction. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to give it a test drive, and if it works with a toggle switch, I'm going to hook it up to a toggle switch with a 12-volt source, and if it works, if this thing does work, then I'm going to go ahead and call gear vendors and order I'm just going to go ahead and order either a complete module, all new wiring, all new harness, and it comes with this speedometer sensor. Okay. Or I might just order the speedometer sensor and a new speedometer cable if they sell it separately. So that's my plan. My plan isn't to install this and install all the wiring and install everything together, only to find out it doesn't work, and then I'm out of luck. Instead, I'm just going to install the unit itself and bypass all this stuff. Now, I'm not going to drive it like that. I'm not going to drive it long term like that. I just want to see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'm out. The money I paid for this. Again, these things they're pretty pricey at $3,000. I got it for half that. I just had to cut my losses on that. But we're gonna see if it works. Hopefully it does. Now, my experience with gear vendors today, I called gear vendors. Actually, I called them yesterday as well. In my experience, I would have to say the customer service is not all that great. Okay, I left a couple messages for them to call me back. They never called me back. And today, when I finally did get through to Dave, a gentleman named Dave out there, he, kind of talked down to me like I was a kid. Which, hey, look, Road Trek Ralph, I'm not, RMD Garage. This isn't, this garage right here, this isn't $1 million shop. Okay, maybe if I was $1 million shop owner, it'd be different. But, he was talking to me like I was a kid. I was asking him about some of the wiring, and he even told me that an 8th grader can do this. So, folks, if you're watching this, just this one wire alone, look how many wires there are here. But an 8th grader can do this? Come on, let's get real, Dave. But anyway, again, this unit right here, I did save a lot of money, so hopefully I'll be able to. Hopefully it'll work. You know, if it does work, I might just go ahead and buy one for my '67 Camaro. I'll save up some money and get it for the '67 Camaro, the Power Glide. In that case, I might just go with a brand new one because that car, I'm building that one for long term. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this Pikes Peak project here. I might just kick it down the curb later on. I don't know. I can't say. But that's the gear vendors, and that's what I'm going to do with it. You know, again, and then another thing I want to cover is a lot of you might have seen that video. The gear vendor spokesperson, or I guess he's a owner. I'm not sure if he's one of the owners of the gear vendors corporation or company or whatever it is. But you know, he made it seem like this thing, oh yeah, just you know, a couple hours, a couple tools, and you know, you'll have this thing in no time. Look at all this stuff, folks. Come on, man. Look at all this. No, it's not going to be a couple hours. You know, this thing is going to be an all-day project. You know, come on, look at. Wow. Oh yeah, just slap it in. It's nothing. Come on. Anyway, you know, I'm not knocking them. Hopefully, there's a lot of good reviews on gear vendors. I hope maybe I hope it works, and hope my experience in the future with gear vendors over the phone, hopefully it's a lot better than what it was today and what it was yesterday. But again, if anybody from gear vendors is watching this, you know, again, talking down to your customers isn't always the best thing. You don't always want to do that. It's just not a good thing. I know I don't, you know, in my work set, I never talked to a customer like that. But again, that's, who knows, they might have just been having a bad day. But here it is, gear vendors, going into the 72 El Camino. All right, YouTubers, y'all have a good one. Share your reviews, your stories, and you know, stick along. I'll let you know how this comes out, if it works, or if it doesn't work, or if I end up, you know, installing it and it's no good. I might just keep it in there because I believe it'll still be a one-on-one drive if it doesn't work. I don't know, you know. I don't believe they actually just lock up. They just don't work. But, all right, this is Road Trek Ralph signing out. Have a good day.